Welcome back. Hey, we've got another fun, exciting new optic to add to the channel. I got in contact with DNT Optics and they've got a very cool new product which I'm going to get into over the next series of videos. I'm probably going to do a whole series on this particular scope because it's got so many features, and I really want to pinpoint each specific feature of the scope in different videos rather than cramming it all into one. And we're in the off season right now. You know, we're getting ready to get into squirrel season, and August coming up soon. So ideally this is not the particular type of scope that I would take squirrel hunting, but I want to get it out in the field and put it through some reviews and do some tests with it. And I've got a couple specific things about this scope that particularly draw my interest to squirrel hunting, and I want to explain. So this is the Thermnight from DNT Optics, the 335R from DNT Optics. I couldn't even begin to tell you my first impressions of the design of this. Now, keeping in mind, you guys know I mentioned in previous videos that compact is what I'm after. It's 2025. There's so much technology out there and advancement in optics. Compact is at the top of the list. Durability, you know, reliability, and functions. So one thing that I noticed right off the bat when I got into this optic and started using it was, so far it's user friendly. Now, I haven't gotten into the meat of it. For instance, this thing's got a ballistic calculator. Haven't gotten into that yet because right now I'm running it on a 22. As we go through later in the season, and maybe I put it on a coyote rifle where we're shooting out there 250, 350 yards, maybe the ballistic calculator is something that I could apply to that particular platform when I'm out there coyote hunting. But for right now, squirrel hunting, it's got a rangefinder built into it. As I did a previous look into another night vision scope that I picked up, it has a rangefinder. That's cool. I mean, a rangefinder and a night vision, rangefinder period, is pretty cool and very, very resourceful. So this particular scope is a daytime, fully capable of recording. So many functions for reticles, different colors, different types of styles that you can have. It has picture-in-picture mode. It is also a night vision scope. Now get this, you can run your daytime scope, normal mode. You can have a picture-in-picture with that being night vision in the same scope, or vice versa. You could have night vision and daytime. Tell you, one of the coolest features I like about this scope is that daytime and thermal switch over, where you can be picture-in-picture of daytime at the top. One click of a button, you switch to thermal. Now this is going to be so awesome when I put this on a raccoon rifle, because to be able to run the night vision, which we haven't even got into yet, but the night vision at nighttime, believe it or not, those raccoons can be very, very stealthy, and to be able to hit that thermal to find them, or even after you make the shot and they hit the ground, to be able to look for them on the ground with a scope is going to be worth its weight in gold. That's wild. So go you one further than that, this is a thermal. Alright, here's the first look at the thermal. And impressively enough, I can actually see the center there. Well, that's pretty good. I'll zoom in just a smidge and go ahead and fire around here, see what happens. Just look a little bit to the right. Yep, I can't even begin to understand. I kind of thought that when thermal first became popular and I jumped on the bandwagon, I thought, man, why don't somebody come out with a night vision and a thermal? Well, they finally did. So, very cool. Now, you're saying you're introducing this in the first series of videos for daytime hunting as a squirrel rifle. Why in the world would you want thermal? I don't necessarily, but I have had situations squirrel hunting, I'm sure you guys have too. You went out there, you squirrel hunted, you got a squirrel, watch it falling around, you cannot find it, save your life. How cool would it be with a flick of a button, transition of the screen, you go to thermal and you can spot the body heat of that squirrel laid on the ground, tucked up under the leaf somewhere, laying up against a log or just out of sight. Wouldn't that be awesome? I cannot wait to get this thing out in the field. We're looking at one more week before I get it out for its first trial use in the field, but today, something pretty cool. I picked up some squirrel targets. I've been shooting around, fired off a few rounds in the creek, chasing leaves. Got some footage up in the trees, just seeing the clarity of this scope. You know, what's it going to be like in the conditions when I'm out there squirrel hunting, chasing them? Is it going to be clear? Is it going to be pixelated? Very impressed with how it looks so far. So I got some realistic squirrel targets today, and I'm going to shoot a few rounds here, brought you guys along. This scope is really going to cut its teeth for me come raccoon season. I'm going to put this scope on a 22 Magnum suppressed. Today I'm running the hybrid 46. That's currently my go-to suppressor that I have. But I've got a silencer central Banish 22 on the way, Jack. Can't wait for that. Shake and Bake's got one as well. We're going to do a whole series of videos on those this year. Going to be putting it on the 22, the 22 mag, 17 WSM. Very excited to get it. Very excited to get Silencer Central on board with us and get out there and do some exciting hunts. So looking forward to that. As for today, we're just going to plink on some squirrel targets here. But again, you know, in the near future, putting this scope on a 22 Magnum for raccoon hunting is going to be a whole game changer this year for videos. I can record in night vision mode as I'm, you know, hunting the raccoons. I don't have to involve a second person with a camera. It's so hard to do. So I can get my shots on video in night vision. If I want to, I can switch to thermal. You guys know sometimes when you're night vision, you're aiming up in the tree limbs and the light is absorbed by the bushes. You know, thermal, you got that advantage. You're still seeing that body heat. You see that raccoon tucked down in the tree limb. Again, shooting them in night vision, they fall, they hit the ground. You have to retrieve them, flip it on thermal mode, find them laying on the ground. That is going to be super sweet. That's the main reason I was attracted to this scope, is for that raccoon hunting. Coyote hunting, you know, this has got a built-in IR light built into the scope, and you know, it's about the standard of what most of them are from the factory, about 150 to 200 yards. As you guys know, here in the area that we hunt, if you've been watching the videos, Southern Indiana, we get opportunities a lot further than that. So it has Picatinny rails on the side that you can add an additional IR other than the factory to enhance your view. So that has those options as well. But let's get to cracking a few shots here. Can't wait to bring you guys more footage. Again, this is the Thermnight from DNT and 335R. Very exciting optic to be messing with. 2025, hunting with a lever action 22, suppressed with the daytime, nighttime thermal scope. Crazy, crazy technology. Let's get some rounds down the field here. Take you guys along for the video. Alright, we're not going to be wearing any hearing protection today due to shooting suppressed. Let's go ahead and get that recording right there. And there is your view in the daytime. Now, I probably rolled a little bit of footage in the beginning showing me sighting in this rifle, so it's fairly accurate right now, but that looks pretty good. And you can kind of see the trees in the background. And the other day I was messing around with the brightness. Let's see if I can get that too. So you can enhance your brightness or you can dim it down. So that's on the brightest setting right there. Let's crack one downrange here. Let's see if she's still holding true. Got some sandbags set up here. How about the old eye shot to start with? You can change the functions, change the colors. I like this little small dot for these squirrels. Ooh, actually shot about an inch lower. Let me crank another one down there and just see if that's the old stage fright kicking in here. If it consistently hits there, what I'll probably do is go ahead and make an adjustment here. Okay, so yep, right beside that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and adjust this. Well guys, as I continue to mess with this new optic and get this squirrel rifle ready for the upcoming season 2025 here in southern Indiana, looking forward to it this year. Should be an exciting time of year to get out and do some squirrel hunting. It's been so hot. I look forward to it cooling down a little bit, being out in nature. The new Thermnight 335 DNT Optics, pretty nice setup. So many features, I can't dare catch them all in one video. I'm going to do a whole series on this. As I said, right now just getting the old 22 rifle ready for squirrel season here. Once we get kicked off, we'll switch this thing around. It has the ability to switch to different weapons and save your profile, as many do. So that's going to be nice, and I'll have a profile set up for the squirrel gun, raccoon gun, coyote gun, fox, whatever. So you guys stick along with us. More products coming out each and every time. It seems like we're getting some cool stuff coming our way. New suppressors on the way. Team Zombie coming at you with yet another video. Stick with us. It's going to be a great year to get out and hunt. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you next time. Ooh.